Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you a full NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison. I'll tell you which VPN is a better choice. NordVPN and CyberGhost represent one of the best VPNs on the market, along with their superior counterpart ExpressVPN. The two VPNs are known for affordable pricing, solid performance, impeccable security, and great website unblocking capabilities that make them a great value for the money. But if you do a bit of research, you'll see that many people are interested in the NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison, and rightfully so, because there are some minor but also major differences when we compare the two providers head to head. For that reason, to make your choice easier, my full NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison should give you a clear image of which VPN is better for you and which one should you buy. But before I proceed, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new useful video like this one. Let's start off my NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison by talking about ease of use and applications. Just to make it clear, both VPNs are equal when it comes to the number of supported platforms. Both of them support Windows, iOS, Mac, Linux, Android, routers, smart TVs, and both of them have free browser extensions for Chrome and Firefox. Now, when it comes to the ease of use, it's pretty hard to tell which VPN is better, as it all comes down to a matter of preferences. CyberGhost is very easy to use for me. You have all the servers placed on the left side of the app, where you can also find dedicated torrenting, streaming and no-spy servers, but also dedicated IP in case you bought this feature additionally. Connecting to the server you want is pretty simple. You can double-click on the country you want, or you can click once on it and then use the connection button to establish a connection to the VPN server in that country. To disconnect, of course, use the connection button once again and the connection will be stopped. To open the settings menu, you need to click on this gear icon right here, and what I find frustrating is that there aren't all the features available. Instead, to find the kill switch or split tunneling, for example, you need to go back to the home screen and choose either smart rules or privacy settings. This is just a minor complaint, but it makes CyberGhost a bit more complex until you get used to it. Checking out NordVPN's application, we can see the similar layout. The server list is on the left, accompanied by specialty servers, whereas NordVPN has this beautiful world map that takes up almost the entirety of the screen. To connect to the server you want, click once on the country, and you will establish a connection to the VPN server located in that country. To disconnect, click on the connection button and then choose disconnect, and after that the connection will be stopped. If you want to access the settings menu, click on the gear icon above, and here you can find all the features, albeit in a more confusing manner. For instance, in the General tab, you can find CyberSec and Ad Blocker, and in the Auto Connect tab, you can change the protocol you're using, which is rather strange. Thankfully, the kill switch and split tunneling options are placed separately, and in the Advanced tab, you can find obfuscated servers for bypassing censorship. All in all, we can't exactly tell whether or not CyberGhost or NordVPN is easier to use. They're both pretty similar, so this round is a draw, making it 1-1. In our NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison, we need to talk about security as well, and this is where both VPNs are pretty good. Let's go with CyberGhost first. This VPN offers military-grade encryption for securing your connection, accompanied by an automatic kill switch, DNS and IPv6 leak protection, and a choice of VPN protocols like OpenVPN, IKEv2 and WireGuard. We also like the addition of an ad blocker that also blocks malware, ads and trackers, as well as split tunneling that will let you exclude certain apps and domains from using a VPN tunnel. Sadly, CyberGhost doesn't have anything similar to obfuscated servers, and for that reason it will not work in China or any other censored country, which is a minus in this regard. Another great thing about CyberGhost is that it offers a no logging policy as well, and it will not store any logs regarding your IP address, DNS queries, browsing history, download/upload history, timestamps, and so on and so forth. Albeit, we must mention that so far, CyberGhost doesn't have an external audit from any third-party auditor company. Instead, it uses transparency reports that it posts every 3 months, outlining how many DMCA complaints, malware activity flags, and police requests it receives publicly, which not many VPNs will let you gaze into. What about NordVPN then? Well, we can say the same about this VPN as well. It secures your connection with military-grade encryption and also offers IPv6 and DNS leak protection for preventing accidental IP and DNS leaks. Much like CyberGhost, it also offers an ad blocker called CyberSec that works well and in my experience better than CyberGhost's ad blocker. Moreover, NordVPN gives you a choice of two VPN protocols, OpenVPN and NordLynx. NordLynx is a WireGuard-based VPN protocol but much better, promising better performance and rock-solid security which quote-unquote vanilla WireGuard won't give you. In fact, NordVPN uses it as a default protocol and it has much faster connection speeds when compared to CyberGhost. Needless to say, NordVPN has an automatic kill switch, but you can customize it to work on a system or an app level, while split tunneling functions the same as with CyberGhost. We need to point out that obfuscated servers in NordVPN will let you use it in China or any other censored country, which is a huge advantage over its competitor. And finally, NordVPN has a no-logging policy, and as you can see, it will not store logs of your browsing history, IP addresses, DNS requests or timestamps. But the privacy policy is audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers, the largest VPN auditor company, making NordVPN a bit more trustworthy and therefore the winner of this round of NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison. Do you love streaming on Netflix or BBC iPlayer? Well, this is your lucky day, because in our streaming comparison we're going to test out these two platforms and see if these VPNs can unblock them abroad. For Netflix, I will use the US catalog because it's one of the most popular Netflix catalogs. As you can hear by my accent, I'm not located in the US or the UK, so I tried to search for the movie Batman: The Killing Joke on Netflix, which is available exclusively in the US. As you can see, I can't find it because I'm not located in the US, but if I connect to a dedicated Netflix US server with CyberGhost, I should be able to find it. With the connection established, I now have a US IP address, so let's refresh the page. And as you can see, the movie is right here, so I will try to watch it. Needless to say, it works flawlessly, but I must pause the footage to prevent any copyright claims. Now let's go to BBC iPlayer, which, as you can see, I can't watch because I'm not located in the UK. Now I will connect to the dedicated BBC iPlayer server in the UK, and after that I will refresh the page. As you can see, the geo restriction message is not there anymore, and if I try to watch this show, I will see that it works flawlessly, but I must blur the footage once again to prevent any copyright claims. Let's now repeat the same process with NordVPN. Batman: The Killing Joke is not available in my native catalog, so let's connect to the US server, and then let's refresh the page. And as expected, the movie is here, which, as you can see, I can watch with no issues. If I move to BBC iPlayer, I can once again see that I can't watch this show. In that case, I will connect to the UK server with NordVPN, and then I will refresh the page. Once again, the geo restriction message is not there, which means that I should be able to watch this show. But let's see if I can do it. And once again, it works flawlessly, but I'm blurring the footage to prevent any copyright issues. So, in this NordVPN versus CyberGhost streaming comparison, it's a draw, given that both VPNs passed the streaming test, making it 3-2 for NordVPN. Moving on with my NordVPN versus CyberGhost comparison, I need to perform a speed test and see which VPN is faster. On the screen, you can see my native internet speed when I'm not connected to the VPN server, but to test both VPNs, I will use a server in Bulgaria, which is very close to my location, and a server in the US, which is very far from me, to see how NordVPN and CyberGhost will fare in different scenarios. I'm already connected to the Bulgarian server with CyberGhost. So let's revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test. As you can see, the results are pretty good and the speed reduction is not very noticeable, with the ping that still remains low. Now I'm connected to the US server, so let's visit the speed test website again and initiate the speed test. Now the results are a bit worse, with the ping going over 150 milliseconds and download and upload speeds being reduced to a much higher extent. Let's switch to NordVPN now, and you can see that I already connected to the Bulgarian server. Now I will initiate the speed test once again. And the results are very similar to what we got with CyberGhost, with NordVPN offering slightly better speeds and slightly lower ping, which is not enough to declare it as the absolute winner. However, I now connected to the US server, so let's go back to the speed test website and initiate the last speed test. Well, the results are much better than what we got with CyberGhost. The ping is much lower and upload and download speeds are much more preserved, which makes NordVPN clearly faster than CyberGhost when you use more distant servers. With that in mind, NordVPN wins this round and raises the score to 4-2 for NordVPN. One thing where CyberGhost beats pretty much every VPN is the server number and server distribution, which is unbeatable even by ExpressVPN. CyberGhost has 7,000 servers in 91 countries, and apart from more popular locations like the US, UK or Canada, the VPN actually gives you a lot of servers in countries like Cambodia, Pakistan and even Russia and China, where NordVPN has no servers at all. Plus, CyberGhost has dedicated P2P servers for torrenting, and the streaming servers it has are optimized for a huge array of platforms like Netflix, BBC iPlayer, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and many more. NordVPN offers 5,000 plus servers in 59 countries, and while these are impressive numbers, it's not better than what CyberGhost has to offer by a long shot. Not to mention that the server distribution is not as good as with CyberGhost, so you can say goodbye to some of the less popular countries that CyberGhost will give you. On the flip side, NordVPN has several types of servers: obfuscated, onion over VPN, and P2P servers for downloading torrents. Unfortunately, streaming servers aren't here, but that's not a problem given that NordVPN works with many streaming platforms as well. So, in this NordVPN vs CyberGhost server comparison, CyberGhost takes the win, making the score 4-3 for NordVPN. Customer support is a staple of every premium VPN, and both CyberGhost and NordVPN are one of the best VPNs in this regard, bar none. Both VPNs offer 24/7 live chat support, but also email support that's very fast to respond. In that regard, I didn't have any issues on any of the VPNs. When using the live chat feature, I got a response in less than 10 seconds, which is exceptional. However, there's a slight difference in favor of CyberGhost, and that is the fact that you can talk with a human representative in several languages: English, French, and German, whereas NordVPN has only English-speaking customer support. This is not a big deal, but knowing that many German and French people don't speak English at all, it's good to have someone that can help you in your native language at any time of the day or night. For that reason, we think that CyberGhost customer support is a bit better, therefore CyberGhost wins this round, making the score 4-4. And now we come to the last round of our NordVPN vs CyberGhost comparison: pricing. Which VPN is cheaper, you may ask? Well, let's check CyberGhost first. I will immediately tell you that this is the cheapest premium VPN you can get if you're talking about long-term plans. You can see that CyberGhost offers its 3-year plan at less than $2.3 a month, which is insanely cheap for a VPN of this caliber. Not to mention that every long-term plan comes with a 45-day money-back guarantee, so you can test out CyberGhost for a month and a half and get a full refund if you don't like it, not losing a single dollar in the process. Even the annual plan is much cheaper than what you get on most VPNs, although the monthly plan costs $13 and gives you just a 14-day money-back guarantee. For NordVPN, it will be impossible to beat these prices, and we're sorry to say that this is a more expensive VPN overall. The longest plan that NordVPN offers is a 2-year plan, and at the time of making this video, it costs more than CyberGhost's 2-year plan. The annual plan is also more expensive, while the monthly plan is $1.04 cheaper. However, this is not all. NordVPN includes VAT taxes that might increase the price based on your location. On average, we're talking about 20% increase, which can raise the price significantly if you go for a long-term plan. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee for all plans, which is less than what CyberGhost gives you, and with all that said, it's clear as day that CyberGhost is a much cheaper and a better money-saving option than NordVPN. CyberGhost turns the tide in the last moment and makes the score 5-4 for the yellow team. So, in summary, it's pretty clear who is the winner of our NordVPN vs CyberGhost comparison. CyberGhost takes the win today because of its larger server network, more responsive customer support, and significantly cheaper prices that make it a better value for the money. On the flip side, NordVPN is slightly faster, it has a security audit on its privacy policy, and offers obfuscated servers that will make the VPN work in censored countries. If you ask me, I would rather go for CyberGhost, but if you think that NordVPN's offerings are what you need, then you should pay a bit more and get NordVPN instead. One thing is sure, and that is the fact that both VPNs are extremely good, and getting one VPN over the other will in most cases not make you regret spending money on a VPN. I left links to both VPNs down in the description below the video, so if you want to claim special discounts on their long-term plans, make sure you check them out. With that said, this was all for today's video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and stay with us because many more VPN comparisons are coming very soon. See you in the next video. Bye.